Have you ever stopped for a moment, looked around, and thought, is this really how I'm going to live for the rest of my life? Waking up early, rushing to work, coming home exhausted, and repeating it all again. Most people dream about retirement, but very few actually plan for it. They hope one day they'll have enough to rest, travel, or finally enjoy life. But hope alone won't make that happen. 10 years sounds like a long time, but the truth is, it's not. 10 years ago feels like yesterday. Yet, imagine how much your life has changed in that time. Your habits, your income, your responsibilities. So here's the question. If the last 10 years pass this fast, what will the next 10 look like? Can you really retire in the next decade? The answer might surprise you, because the real problem isn't that it's impossible. It's that most people never start. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update. So let's start. The harsh truth is that most people won't retire because they never truly plan to. They confuse wanting with working toward it. They think saving starts when things get better, but that moment never comes. Every time income rises, so do expenses. Every small win gets buried under new bills. We live in a world where looking successful matters more than being free. People buy cars they can't afford to impress neighbors they barely like. They spend decades earning and spending but never building. And when life finally slows down, they realize they've been running on a treadmill, moving fast, going nowhere. If you want to retire in 10 years, you must break that pattern. You have to stop chasing comfort today at the cost of freedom tomorrow. Because every unnecessary purchase today is a trade, your future peace for present pleasure. The 10-year rule is not a fantasy. It's a commitment. A decade of focus can do what 20 years of drifting never will. It's about turning your money into a worker that never sleeps. You don't need a miracle. You need momentum. Think about it. If you dedicate the next 10 years to saving, investing, learning, and simplifying your lifestyle, where would you be? The first year might be tough. You'll fight habits. You'll say no to things you used to say yes to. But by the third year, you'll see control replacing chaos. By the fifth, you'll have investments growing faster than your bills. By the 10th, you'll be standing somewhere you once thought was impossible. The question isn't whether it can happen. It's whether you can stay consistent long enough to let it. The secret is compounding, the quiet power most people ignore. It's not magic. It's math. It rewards patience, not greed. The earlier you start, the stronger it becomes. A single dollar invested wisely today can multiply many times over in 10 years. But most people never see that growth because they quit too soon. They switch plans, panic at the first loss, or spend what they should have saved. Building wealth is like planting trees. At first, you water dirt. Feels useless. But those who stay patient one day find shade. The same happens with money. A few years of quiet investment can turn into decades of comfort. You can't rush it. You just have to keep feeding it. And yet, it's not just about investing, it's about controlling lifestyle inflation. The reason most people can't retire isn't lack of income. It's lack of control. Every promotion becomes a new excuse to spend. Every bonus becomes a celebration of excess. But the moment you start seeing money as a tool instead of a toy, everything changes. Living below your means isn't punishment. It's preparation. It gives you the space to breathe, save, and grow. The world tells you to treat yourself, but true self-care is buying freedom, not fashion. When you spend less, you need less. When you need less, you're free sooner. A smaller life lived on your terms beats a bigger one chained to debt. And while saving is important, depending on one paycheck is dangerous. If the last few years taught us anything, it's that security doesn't come from jobs, it comes from skills. If you want to retire in 10 years, you must create income streams that work even when you don't. Start with what you know. Can you teach online? Write? Fix something? Create content? Sell your expertise? Every skill can be monetized in today's world. You don't have to build a huge business. Just start a small one. A side hustle that makes $500 a month now can grow into a passive income source later. Multiple streams don't just add income, they remove fear. When you're no longer dependent on one paycheck, you think differently, you sleep better, and you make decisions based on purpose, not panic. But even with money and strategy, retirement isn't just a financial goal. It's a mental shift. Most people think retirement means doing nothing, but real retirement means doing what you love without worrying about money. It's waking up because you want to, not because you have to. It's spending time with family, traveling, creating, or simply resting, guilt-free. The goal isn't to stop working. It's to stop depending. When your passive income covers your lifestyle, that's freedom. Some reach that at 60, others at 35. The difference isn't luck, it's choice. People who get there early are the ones who value freedom over image, learning over entertainment, and discipline over impulse. The next 10 years will happen whether you prepare or not. The only question is, will they set you free or keep you trapped? Imagine waking up a decade from now in a quiet home that's fully yours, with bills paid and your money working while you sleep. You make breakfast, read, maybe work on a passion project. Not because you have to, but because you choose to. That peace is worth every sacrifice. But it starts now, not later. Retirement doesn't begin when you stop working. It begins when your mindset changes. Every dollar you invest, every debt you pay, every unnecessary expense you cut, it's all a vote for your future freedom. It's not too late, no matter your age. You might think 10 years isn't enough, but it is if you move with intention. Start with one action. Track your expenses. Most people don't realize where half their money goes. Awareness creates control. Then automate savings. Even if it's small, consistency builds habits, and habits build wealth. Next, invest regularly. Don't wait for the perfect time. Time itself is perfect. Learn about index funds, ETFs, and assets that generate income. Lastly, protect your peace. Stay away from people who laugh at discipline or glorify overspending. The people around you influence your habits more than you think. Surround yourself with builders, not dreamers. So yes, you can retire in 10 years, but it's not a fantasy. It's a formula. Focus, discipline, patience, and smart decisions. Stop scrolling for shortcuts and start acting on what you already know. The difference between dreamers and doers isn't knowledge. It's execution. The clock is ticking. 10 years from now, you'll either be proud or regretful. Both will take time. The question is, which one will you choose? When you close this video, take one small step. Maybe it's opening an investment account, paying off a small debt, or starting a side hustle. Just do something. Motion beats intention every time. Freedom doesn't come to the smartest or the richest. It comes to those who stay consistent. You don't need to see the finish line to start running. Just start, and one day you'll realize you've already crossed it. So if this message hit you, if you felt that spark of hope, don't let it fade. Subscribe to our channel for more videos that guide you toward real freedom. Because the next decade is going to pass anyway. Make sure when it does, you're not just older, you're freer. Remember, retirement isn't the end of life. It's the beginning of living it on your terms.